My name is Jordan Jacobo, and I've been asked to help interpret a series of dreams. During the recent quarantine, a lot of people have reported having dreams that were abnormally vivid, absolutely terrifying, or downright creepy. Now, before we begin, full disclosure, I have zero experience in dream interpretation. But what I do have is this mystical-looking white linen shirt and, more importantly, this obviously regifted book on dream interpretation given to me a few years back by a cheap aunt. So, all the people involved have graciously agreed to share their dreams with us, and I have graciously agreed to take a half-assed stab in interpreting the weirdest messages that their psyches could possibly throw at them.
I dreamed that my father was Joe Biden, and I was away on some sort of trip, and I came back to his house, where I think I also lived, and my friend Jonathan was there, and I believe that he was like the person running the campaign. I asked Jonathan in a hushed tone if Joe Biden was home, my father, and how was he doing, and Jonathan made kind of a face.
Clearly, you're concerned about the current political climate. Now, Joe Biden's nuttiness in the dream clearly represents Joe Biden's nuttiness in real life. And the fact that you were whispering around him probably tells me that you realize that he doesn't realize how he's coming off. But the fact that he was your father in the dream tells me that you still have some sympathy for the candidate. Or your dad just snipped your hair a lot.
And then Joe Biden walked by, and he was wearing a woman's nightgown, and he had long, flowy gray hair, and he had his arms out like he were a zombie or perhaps sleepwalking. And he just walked through the room quickly, and then Jonathan looked at me like, well, there you go. And I said, oh God, what are we going to do?
All right, well, your friend agreeing to take care of your dad just symbolizes that he is a very good friend. Because anyone willing to cohabitate with well-meaning but ultimately creepy Joe Biden is a gem. That is a bullet I am unwilling to take. People who experience sleep paralysis often describe something like an evil presence in the room. This is likely due to experiencing something called a hypnagogic hallucination. I'm probably mispronouncing it, but it's kind of similar to dreaming while in a conscious state.
The dream I had was about COVID-19 symptoms first affecting me, and I began to feel the effects of the virus on my body in this dream. I was all alone in my bed in the middle of the night when this happened, and I was gasping for breath. I even thought I saw this huge gray cylinder of a leg of an elephant. I even saw his round toenails they have, right there in front of my face. The pressure was so great that my lungs could not expand to let air in. I could no longer breathe. You know how sometimes you can't make yourself wake up from a dream?
Elephants are universally considered rad, and giant elephants are universally considered radder. My sleep paralysis demon takes the form of a gigantic snake wearing a sweater vest wielding an axe. The most disturbing part is trying to figure out how the vest stays on without the benefit of shoulders. All right, so that was Interpreting Dreams. Thank you to everybody who participated, and thank you, Meghan Courtney, for asking me to do this. This was fun. I really... I half-assed it, but what are you going to do? You take what you can get. He chases me into an old abandoned warehouse that used to produce water fountains before going bankrupt shortly after the end of the civil rights struggle. And he corners me, but by the time he catches up to me, he doesn't have the axe anymore. So the snake and I start slab fighting, but that's essentially where the dream ends. I couldn't tell you what happened. I couldn't tell you who won. Probably him.